Alright, hey everybody, what is happening? This is Ryan Yukomi, and as you can tell, I have a very, very special guest on the line today, Mr. Jonathan Budd. Welcome to the call, my friend.
My honor to be here, my friend. It's great to hang out with you, Ryan. How you doing today, boss?
I'm doing really well. Had a good time chatting with you earlier. Excited, super excited to rock it out with you and just share with people a ton of value over the next few minutes.
Perfect. Perfect.
So what I always like to do with these calls, man, is just like, I like to just share with people, you know, who the people are on the call, what they're kind of about. I know that 99% of the people who are watching this video already know who you are. But for those of you who maybe don't, I'll just really quickly say Jonathan has just totally established himself as a very well-known leader with his company Empowered Entrepreneurs over the past 4 years. I think you've made something like over $10 million, and you're a mentor to tens of thousands of people, you know, all around the world. And, you know, you're just a really cool guy. You know, I think that's what you've been known for, is just your really chill vibe. So, Jonathan, obviously it's a great pleasure to have you on the call. I appreciate your time. I know you're like right in the thick of doing your launch for Unstoppable Entrepreneur, so I appreciate you, you know, hopping on this call with me.
I'm not doing anything. I just sit around and do nothing all day.
Sweet, man. So listen. So I know you're launching your new live event, which I know you've been doing some stuff for a while, and this is like the big launch, right? This is going to be like the upper echelon, just put your live event on the map, and I'm super excited for you. And I thought you could just share a few tips for people about, you know, creating inner wealth and why it's important to attend live events. I know for myself, they've been like life transforming for me. You know, every time I go to one, I come out a different person. My internal growth grows, my business grows, I'm better communicating with people. I mean, everything is better. So I just wondered totally, hey? It's like you can't explain it. It's a beautiful thing. But I wonder from your perspective, man, you've had tremendous success over the past 4 or 5 years. And I know you've worked your ass off both externally and internally. I just wondered from your perspective, was there a point where you hit a wall and you're like, I need to grow as an individual if I want to take my business and life to the next level?
No, because that realization came before I even started growing a business. So I think that's really been the reason why I've been able to grow businesses so fast and just in that sort of direction, is because there was never a thought of I don't have to continuously keep growing. There was never a thought of I'm going to stop growing. There was never even another intention other than all I want to do is grow. I mean, I'm in this to grow. I'm not in it for the result. I'm not in it for what my mind says it wants. I'm in it for the truth of what's going to take my life to the next level, if you want to call it that. I'm in it for the truth of what's going to lead to me evolving. And if what's going to lead to me evolving is being an utter failure, then I totally accept being an utter failure. If what's going to lead to me evolving is getting my ass kicked, then I accept getting my ass kicked. If it's being challenged every single day of my life to do whatever I need to do to make $10 million, then I accept that too. I accept whatever it is that's going to lead to me evolving. So that's the core root essence of everything. And it just so happens when you focus that acceptance of everything, you know, in a particular direction, you know, you can produce a lot of results because you're not really attached to one outcome. And a lot of times being attached to that outcome drains your energy. And that's vital energy. So if I was attached to the one outcome of, you know, being a 6-figure earner in my first network marketing company, well, I would have quit 5 years ago and I'd be working at freaking Walmart right now or something. And you wouldn't be sitting here listening to me talking. You know what I mean? I just adapted, and my focus was evolution. So when things didn't work out the way I planned, I didn't, you know, shoot myself over it. I just evolved.
That's awesome.
That makes sense.
That makes total sense to me. And I think it's the polar opposite of how most people think, man. I think
Probably.
yeah. and I love your answer. I think, and let's actually elaborate on that a bit, because I know people, they join a company or they start a business, they're doing something online, and they're just like super fixated on what they have to achieve, and they become very, very attached to what it is. And if the results don't show, then it just like breaks their heart. And they usually lose momentum, and they just, like you said, they'll quit. They'll quit right away. So how do you get into that space of living non-attachment when you're going out and growing yourself and your business?
I get it. Great question. It's actually fairly easy. You just have nothing to lose, which is the truth. So let me elaborate on that. You know, I have a vision for growing a billion-dollar company. I'm going to spend the rest of my freaking life until my heart stops beating and they bury this body, working to build that billion-dollar company. However, I'm not really attached to whether or not I do it or not. You know what I mean? I have complete faith, confidence, and belief that I will do it. However, if I'm meant to not do it, then I don't really care about that either. So you kind of get left with this, well, what do you have to lose? I don't really have anything to lose. You know what I mean? There's no way that I lose by pursuing my dream, by pursuing my vision, because I've reached a place of satisfaction and contentness with the now, with just what is here right now. Now, if I said in my head that building that billion-dollar company was the only damn way that I was going to be happy, that was the only way that I was ever going to feel good about myself, that was the only way that I was ever going to prove I was worth something, well, then I'd be pretty freaking miserable if I never reached that shit. And I'd be fighting and clawing and pissed off every time something bad happened, or every time I had a setback, or any time whatever happened. But since my peace, my satisfaction, my happiness is not predicated on whether or not I build a billion-dollar company, since it is sourced and found completely in this moment, right here and now, I've got nothing to lose. So I'm able to just focus completely in the direction of my dream, completely in the direction of my vision, without all the clunky attachments that bog us down, if that makes sense.
Oh, it totally makes sense. That's when you
makes sense to you. I hope it makes sense to
Well, I think, you know, for everyone who's watching this right now, that's when you get to step in and have fun. When that attachment is in there, that's when it's like, I'm going to build this thing. I'm just going to have fun with it. Yeah, I'm going to have some challenges, some struggles, but it's going to be fun because I'm present with it, and it's going to work out however it's going to work out, and that's cool.
Your peace and your satisfaction is derived from the now. That is what life is about. I mean, and it's like strange to say because nobody can tell you what life's about. The only person who can tell you what life is about is you, because it's your life and you're going to discover what it's about for you. However, we can generally find that if every great saint, every great leader, every great visionary, every great anyone who's ever lived has pretty much pointed people back to the eternal truth of the now, of what's contained in the now, every great saint, every great religion, every whatever, points back to the now. And I could go find a Bible and give quotes and scriptures and all that stuff, but I don't have to because it's an intuitive knowledge. We get this. We understand it on a different level in the mind. But when everything points back to the now and says that everything you want, the peace, the satisfaction, the fulfillment, the joy, the love, the acceptance of yourself, it all comes from being okay with what is happening right now in your life. It comes from seeing who you are right now and loving who you are right now, and that is the foundation for living a happy, successful, fulfilled, enjoyable life. Then, you know, it totally reorients our shift and our focus. So that happened to me. You know, I started reading the books. I started getting the awakenings. Like, I got that, oh my God, it's not about the future. It's not about, you know, me getting something. It's if I don't come to peace with the now and get present to the now and discover who I am now in what I have to offer now, and how beautiful I am now, and how much love I'm worth now, and who, all that stuff now, then nothing else ever matters. So that shift happened to me. That orientation happened within me, and I did that before I entered business. That orientation had happened, and that gave me an incredible advantage for entering into the business world.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when you talk about empowerment, that is empowerment. Empowerment is a complete loving acceptance of who you are and what you are right now. And it's a knowledge and awareness of who you are and what you are right now. That's empowerment. And when you're empowered in such a way, God, you just rip it up in life. So that gave me a lot of advantages in the business world. And I think that, you know, a lot of people come into the business world without that orientation, without that kind of focus on the now and themselves. Yeah. And then through the struggles of their business, it kind of leads them back to themselves. It kind of leads them back to, I'm struggling. Why am I struggling? I'm miserable. I have to figure this out, blah, 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 blah. And it kind of full circle comes back to, oh my goodness, I start with me. Yeah. And I start with myself. So it's kind of that circle, and then they really build the foundation for themselves. They build a foundation of self-acceptance, of self-love, of self-confidence, and all of a sudden now you have something strong to build a business off of. Yeah. You know, you've got a true foundation to build from, just in your own personal life. Yeah. Without that, you're trying to build on a freaking marsh. You're trying to build on a swamp. You know, you're just going to constantly sink back down every time you're met with a challenge or a difficulty, or something doesn't go your way, or you know, you get down on yourself, or this or that. Without the foundation of, you know, what all the good teachers are sharing, then it's a swamp. You're building on a swamp.
Totally, man. I'll tell you what, though, I'm pretty happy right now. I got a smile ear to ear. So, you know what? That's one of the things I'm very blessed. I started a personal journey. It was about 4 years before I stepped online, and I know that's been an integral part for me. So let's talk about being an unstoppable entrepreneur. What does that mean?
Yeah, you've got to get to this event, by the way, guys. Anybody who's listening to this, you have got to get to this event. I mean, this is single-handedly going to be the hottest networking opportunity of the year. I will go on record saying I know for a fact, because I'm working with the best production company in the industry, that no other person in internet marketing history or MLM history or anything has ever put as much money into production value for this as we're doing. This is going to be the single-handedly most badass event of the year, without a doubt. I mean, we are going to have so much fun. It's freaking ridiculous. You're going to embody the energy of being unstoppable at a level that, you know, you just might not have ever experienced. And you're going to be hanging around with people like Ryan, with, you know, dozens to hundreds of other absolutely amazing leaders from all over this industry who you've seen before on Facebook and this and that. I mean, it's going to be an epic coming together on a community level, on a networking level, on a life level. It's just, it's not even the words don't even do justice. Like, you have to be here. There's 1,000,001 reasons why you have to be here. And Ryan already hit the nail on the head in the beginning of this interview, just starting what he was sharing about live events. I've traced back every single one of my major breakthroughs in life and in business to some sort of live event. In 2007, I went to an event where I had one of my first, most powerful, life transformational experiences ever. I was making around $5,000 a month in my business at that point. I got home from that event. Within 60 days, I was doing $50,000 a month. The next time I went to a marketing event, Eben Pagan's marketing event, I was doing $50,000 a month in my business. I was pretty much there, kind of stuck there for around a year. I didn't really grow past that a super lot, you know, anywhere from 40 to 75K a month. And then boom, I get back from Eben's event. Within 60 days, I do my first 6-figure month, and then scaled the company that next year to do $2.7 million in that year. Wow. All because of what I learned at that event. I mean, I've literally traced back these incredible breakthroughs that are just pivotal moments in my life to live events. And just everything else, the people you're going to meet. I mean, I can't even tell you. The people I've met at live events have been responsible for hooking me up with key contacts in the world of software, key contacts in the world of design development, key contacts in the world of business partnerships and this and that, all through live events. You don't meet them outside of live events. I mean, there's a reason why everyone in the world, who's smart, goes to live events, tells you need to be there, and why, we do this. And Unstoppable is just going to be on a whole new level. So, I mean, Unstoppable is just, you need to be this year.
You heard it first, guys. Listen, Jonathan, the first event I ever took, it was a $3,000 price point. And at the time, I did not have the money. That was actually, funny you say that, it was back in like late 2006, and I did not have the money. But I came up with the money, and I went, and I got the money, and I went. And I remember I had to liquefy some stocks, and I got the money, and I went. And I can honestly say, if I never went to that event, I would not know where I would be today. So what would you say to someone who's like, you know what, yeah, I would so love to go, but the flight, the hotel, the airfare, all that stuff, I don't know if I can afford it.
You can either be unstoppable and create the results you want in life, or you can have your excuses, but you don't get both. I mean, it's really that simple. Like, you don't get to be unstoppable and create the results you want in life and keep your excuses, because it is those excuses that is stopping you from everything that you really want to create in life. You were unstoppable, Ryan. I mean, that was a pure demonstration of unstoppability at that level right then and there. You didn't have the money, but you got it.
Yeah.
And that's the way it works. I mean, that's just how you do. I mean, that's just the way it works when you're unstoppable. Because the whole essence of unstoppable is the possibilities don't really exist for you to get to that next level until you create them. So if you're looking for, the perfect conditions to you reaching $1 million per year business, guess what? They don't freaking exist. They don't exist. So you have every excuse in the world for why you're not a millionaire, because you're right. The possibilities don't exist. You don't have the money, you don't have the skills, you don't have the time, but you're also an idiot. Because unless you see that it is you who creates those possibilities, and that's the only thing that's going to make you a freaking millionaire. It's not that they exist already, it's that you've got to create them. Then you're missing the entire point, and you're being stopped. And the people who are successful in life, for some reason, they just inherently get this. They just inherently get that it's up to them to create the possibilities. If you want to be unstoppable, then you'll create the possibilities to be at unstoppable, and you will create the results in your life that you want. It's just that simple. It's a direct extension of being unstoppable, and you get a first chance to practice with yourself to be at this event. If you have to pull strings to do it, if you have to pull strings to be there. If you don't have to, then it's just a no-brainer that you're here. It's just like the smartest decision you can make for your life, for your business, for your future, to totally shift the course that you're on, to be heading down an unstoppable track. I mean, it's just a complete no-brainer.
I love it, man. I seriously hope, when you're watching this video right now, I hope you're taking notes and you're listening, because Jonathan could easily be charging $1,000, $2,000 for this information right now. I am so excited for you, man. I love that you've done this. I'm so excited for you, empowered entrepreneurs, where you guys are taking your business, the impact you're making on other people's lives. I see the pictures from the last event that you did just a few weeks ago, and some of the people that were there I know fairly well. And now, I'll let everyone know, I did not go to that event. And the feeling I had after seeing the pictures of the people that went made me sick, because I wish I was there. So I know I'm going to be at your event. I'm so excited to see you there, brother.
Mistake again.
I'm so excited to see you there, brother. And for everyone who's watching this video,
I deeply appreciate that, my friend. I deeply appreciate that, and I'm equally as excited for you, because here we are on the line here right now, and I've been following your career in the industry, and I know what you're up to, and I see the track you're on, and I see your capabilities and your leadership and everything you're doing. And I'm equally excited for you and equally excited for the work that we do in the future. So,
well, thank you very much, sir.
Mutual.
I'm excited to take it to the top, brother. So listen, is there any last words that you'd like to leave anyone with Unstoppable, or just building themselves and their inner wealth?
Come on, man, you're asking me that? I can't shut up. You need to shoot me to shut me up, which is, probably not very pleasant a lot of times for people. Empty your cup. Like I said in the video, empty your cup. Consider that if we had all of the answers, if we had all of the information that would lead to us creating the results we want in life, then we would have those results. So it's not to say that you're at any certain level or this or that. I don't want anyone to interpret that. What I'm saying is that there's just a next level for everything. Okay? I'm satisfied with whatever level I'm at. Bull crap. I'm continuously going to the next level. I apply these same principles to myself. If I had the knowledge and the whatever that I needed to be at XYZ level, then I'd be there too. So it's the principles, okay? So I just want you to consider that, there's an incredible amount for you to gain, an incredible amount for you to learn, an incredible amount for you still to discover that you don't know about right now, and you don't even know that you don't know it. The only way that you're going to discover it, the only way you're going to know it, is through the mentors. It is through the people who are taking the time to share with you what it is they know that you don't know, because they've gone to those places and they're at those places and beyond. And Unstoppable, why you need to be there is because this is really the first time ever that I've ever done an event like this where I'm sharing as much as I'm actually sharing, where I'm really creating an experience of the result of my life, really, and kind of how I got to where I am. I'm really creating that experience for people so that I can really move people through a direct experience of what it takes to be unstoppable and to embody the wisdom and the knowledge and the skill sets kind of at the level that I have right now. That's the intention, and that's the transmission. That's really what I'm going to be transmitting. So if you want to learn how to make $10 million, you want to learn how to do it really fast, then you should be an Unstoppable Entrepreneur.
Yeah. One sentence could have summed that up, man.
I guess so.
All right, everyone. So you heard it from the man. What you want to do right now is click on that link wherever you're seeing this video, register your seat. You're going to chance to meet me there. You're going to chance to meet Jonathan there. So many other top entrepreneurs that are all over the internet. You're going to chance to meet them in person. There's going to be crazy video interviews. You're going to absorb so much information. I know I'm personally looking forward to meeting you, Jonathan, and everyone who's watching this video. You want to take action right now, my friends. We're going to have some wicked bonuses for you. Register your seat, and I will see you there with Jonathan. Thank you very much, sir.
Great talking to you today, Ryan. We'll see you soon, buddy.
Okay, peace.